got about 1.5 inches, I think, 1.6 inches.
Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Today I'm checking out the Marlin 336W Tactical 30-30 lever action rifle. So guys, straight up, this is going to divide shooters, I guess, because, you know, we're going to have the traditionalists who, you know, will just basically curse the look of this rifle, but then you'll probably have a lot of the younger shooters who, you know, actually quite like the look of it. So anyhow, I'll start off by showing you all clear here. And we'll give you a run by of it so you can just have a closer look at it. Okay, so as you can see, it's in this matte black finish, so it's got, you know, the tactical look as such. You know, I say that with a grain of salt, guys, because honestly a lot of manufacturers these days, I mean, it's only got to be matte black and all of a sudden it's labelled tactical. So, you know, there is a fair bit of marketing behind this sort of thing. So the big difference with it, obviously, we'll start here with the fore end, okay? So it's from Midwest Industries and it's M-LOK compatible, which is, you know, fantastic. You know, if you want to put a Picatinny rail there, so if you want to mount a torch or something, which I think would be quite practical out in the field, you can do that, okay? You've still got your sling attachment there. There's also one at the rear. And, you know, so you can carry it around just with that traditional sling, but just obviously have the facility here to be able to add a whole heap of extras on there, you know, should you wish to. And yeah, a lot of people say, oh, what would you possibly want to add? Well, yeah, torch, definitely. You know, I think of a night time when you're hunting, a good torch nowadays, you can get good ones that are quite lightweight, that give the beam, you know, a decent distance or throw, and you can really use a rifle in combination with a torch without even needing a spotlight. So I think it's very, very useful having something like this. At first I was like, oh, but the practicality of it, you know, I can see the value in it. So the barrel here, 20 inches or 51 centimeters we're looking at here. So they're saying they've got 12 micro grooves on this, the rifling. So 1 in 10 inch twist, accuracy wise, you know, from all accounts they're saying that it's fairly decent. So, you know, what that fairly decent means, I'm going to put to the test obviously in this review. Now we've got the tubular mag underneath here, being obviously the lever action. It holds 6 rounds, so 1 up the spout for 7, so you've got decent capacity there. The front sight there is just a basically just a brass bead, but we've got a just a wide view hood, okay, so it is actually quite nice looking through it. You've got just a good field of view in general. I quite like it anyway. I think it'd be quite sufficient out in the field, but in all honesty I'd probably end up putting a red dot on this, but for the purpose of this review I've just gone ahead and put obviously the Picatinny rail, that's extra, so put that on top, some loopholed PRW2 mounts or rings, and the Loophole VX Freedom 3 to 9 by 40 optic. Okay, now normally I probably wouldn't use this on this particular rifle, but I've got, you know, a couple of different ammos there that I really want to put to the test, and you know, that's the only reason that I've got this scope on top there. The rear sights here, they're basically semi buckhorn as they call them, so you know, it is a adjustable on the ramp there, so you know, you've got no dramas with adjusting that elevation out in the field. Now overall weight of it, little on the heavy side here, 3.5 kilos or 7.72 pounds, so you know, it's a very hefty rifle in general, I find, but very well balanced. You know, I've got no dramas with bringing this up to the shoulder and just holding it there. You know, look, quite nice. I've had no issues whatsoever with the actual balance and feel of this from what I've used of it so far. Now you've got a little spur for the hammer there, so depending on whether you're left or right-handed, if you are using it with an optic, you know, you just put that on there. So obviously I'm right-handed, so you know, it's just on the right-hand side there. Now, the action here, obviously it's a lever action. So we've got side ejecting. Our loading port is basically here, the loading gate. Look, pretty decent, you know, in the sense of like it's firm, it's built well, you know, it doesn't feel flimsy whatsoever. The safety here is just a hammer block safety. So you push it aside there and then you pull the trigger. It actually stops the hammer just short of obviously the firing pin there. So that's how that works. Now the rear of the stock here is just a synthetic stock, okay? We've just got a textured butt plate there, so there's no rubber there at all. You know, holds nicely into the shoulder, and obviously we've got that rear sling attachment as well. So overall, guys, that's you know, pretty much all I can tell you about it so far. The price of it, you're looking at about $1,495 here in Australia. Remember, that fluctuates at the moment. I don't know what's going on with prices. They just seem to be going through the roof. But, you know, made in the USA. So, you know, there's a lot of guys out there who don't like Marlin firearms now. Obviously, you know, Remington have taken them over, but now, obviously, Remington is now bankrupt and being divided up. So, you know, who knows? We'll just see how the Marlin brand goes. So anyhow, guys, look, let's get out on the farm now. I'll show you the different types of ammo that we're going to use through the rifle, and we'll show you it in action. Okay, guys, so hopefully you can still see me okay. You know, we've got a bit of shadow here because obviously I'm filming this in the afternoon because I've waited for two things. The shooting area here to dry out, and also for the wind to drop right down. So, you know, hopefully we'll get some decent accuracy. Now, you know, normally, as I say, I wouldn't have a scope on top of, you know, the 30-30 like this. This is more just to shoot the groups, to see which ammo shoots best. So we've got three different types here. The Winchester 150 grain power points. Then we've got the Federal 150 grain soft points. And then last of all, we've got the Remington core lock. So, you know, same bullet weight, but three different brands, and we'll just see, you know, which one shoots the best out there at 100. I'm just going to put 3 shots through it. Now, I'm not expecting hole through hole accuracy with this, but, you know, I'm hoping to get around about that inch. So let's just see how we go. Okay, well now it makes sense why when I was trying to zero the rifle with the Winchester ammo, I was just doing my head in. I'm just saying, what's wrong with the scope? What's wrong with the setup? But yeah, obviously it's just throwing those rounds everywhere. So it made it very, very difficult. So we've got about 5 inches or so there. Yeah, 5.2 inches for 3 shots at 100. I mean, that's just woeful. So, you know, I don't recommend that ammo in this rifle. Then when we come down to the Federal, so we had 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's mixed up there with the Remington, but we've got about 1.5 inches, I think, 1.6 inches. And then the Remington is only about the same, a little bit more maybe, 1.9 inches. So really, we've got 1.6 inches for the Federal being the best for the day. So that's what I'm going to zero it for now. So loading's fairly easy. One up the spout there. The loading gate here is nice and firm. So, you know, you've just got to put a little bit of pressure against it, but then every round just seems to seat home just with that positive feel, if you understand what I mean. sticky a little bit there, guys. Not 100% smooth, but still, you know, definitely accurate enough for going out and getting some peaks. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap up my final thoughts on the Marlin 3030 Tactical. So let's start off with obviously dislikes, okay? And you know, we can finish on a few more positives. The action on it, I mean, pretty reliable, no problems with reliability, but just that bit sticky. You know, when I was shooting it there, just at the gongs, you know, as you would be if you came across like a mob of pigs or something along the lines of that. You know, a few times there it was just, it just like hit that speed bump, you know, it just didn't feel nice and smooth, you know, perhaps with time. But, you know, I know like the old man's 3030 that he's got in the Winchester, you know, I mean, yeah, it's well worn, but I certainly don't have that stickiness, you know, like I do with this. Accuracy with it, yeah, look, I mean, if you're getting an inch and a half around there, at 100, I mean, it's certainly MOA of pig, isn't it? So, you know, and most people will be using the 3030 here in Australia for that purpose. So, you know, not blown away with the accuracy, but, you know, sufficient, yeah, it is. Now, with the likes of it, I actually like this forend on it. It's definitely grown on me. I know there's a lot of traditionalists out there that will go, no way, Ozzie, there's no way in hell I'd buy one of these. But, you know, I look at it for the practicality. I mean, you know, this would be perfect, like mounting a decent torch on it, you know, so of a night time off the back of the ute or a quad or something along the lines of that, you know, you could just activate that light and up and, you know, be able to follow game and make those humane shots. So I actually quite like it. I really don't have a problem with it. But as I say, there will be those traditionalists out there that don't like it. Positives as well on it. Look, if you're into lever actions, obviously you got, you know, some decent magazine capacity there. You can get, you know, those quick follow-up shots off. But personally, me, I'm not a fan of lever actions, guys. I never have been. You know, I would probably prefer like a pump over a lever action myself, but that's just my own personal like. So overall, guys, look, it is what it is. If it, you know, really floats your boat, go in, have a look at one of these, and you know, perhaps it'll be just the rifle for you. Hope you enjoyed the honest review. So till next time, we'll catch you then.